All sports, all plays. Yeah. All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. 365, we making a plays. You talking the game, get you through the days. Great eye in the court, the dime in the lane. Variety, topics, living the same. All presentation, sports information. Hitting the airways, taking the nation. All sport, all plays, like working your faces. Grace up the field, so tie the laces. All sports, all plays. Network. All sports, all plays. Network. We on top of our game. All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays.
What's going on, everyone? This is Nate the Great coming to you live from the All Sports All Plays Network. This is the MLB Pregame with Nate the Great and Brandon Herrera. Brandon, how are you doing?
Hey, I'm doing good. Another great action of baseball this week, and look forward to break down today's game. So,
Hey, I just wanted to remind everybody that if you're out there and you wanted to win a free t-shirt, all you have to do is like the show, comment the show, and be engaged in the show. At the end of the month, we tally up all the comments, and the person that has the most comments will win a free t-shirt at the end of the month. But say for a second that you want a shirt, but you found out about the network, say at towards the end of the month, or you're driving, you can't exactly watch the show, or you're watching it late. That's totally fine. There's another way to get the shirt, and that's $14.99 plus shipping and handling. The sizes go from small to 2XL. Do you want to wear something bigger? No, that's not a problem at all. It costs like $1 or $2 extra. Now, let's get right into the game. So we're gonna have two, not one, but two competitions between Brandon and I for these matchups. Let's start off with the first one. Let me explain my competition first. We are going to give our predictions, and then we're going to tally our predictions after the game is over. The person who gets the most number of games right wins. Wins like bragging rights. So let's start off with the first game. Hold on. So the Boston Red Sox versus the Baltimore Orioles. Nick Pivetta versus George Lopez is the pitching matchup. Orioles lead this season 3-2. Brandon, what's your prediction on that?
God, it's tough. I mean, Orioles have been playing a little bit better than people are predicting, so I'm gonna go with the home team. I'm gonna go with Baltimore in a close one, I believe, today. So
okay, I'm gonna also go with the Baltimore Orioles as well. This is not part of the competition, but if I had to give a score, I would say 6-4.
Yeah.
So just writing it down real quick. Orioles for the both of us.
Yep.
Of us. All right. So the next matchup is between the Cubs and the Pirates. The pitching matchup is Trevor Williams versus J.T. Buckner. Who do you have winning this matchup?
You know what? I'll go with the underdogs. I'll go with the Pirates. I'll take the Pirates, even though I think we all predicted the Pirates not to have a good season. They got to win a game here and there, so maybe they'll win the early game. So I'll go Pirates.
So for me, I am going to stick with my hot take here. Even though I thought they were going to win a game against the Reds and win a game against the Cubs, that's how I thought it was going to go. I'm going to stick with my hot take, and I'm going to take the Cubs on this one.
Okay.
Pirates for Brandon. Cubs for me. All right, the next matchup is the Angels versus Blue Jays. Angels lead this season 2-1, but keep in mind though that one game they lost. They lost badly. They lost 15-1. The pitching matchup is Cobb versus Roark. Who do you have taking in this?
Oh God, this is a tough one. So, oh man, I'll go with the Angels. I think they're going to bounce back. I think they'll bounce back.
And I'm also going to take the Angels as well. Now, the next matchup, would be the Tigers versus the Indians. Indians lead the season 4-2. However, so this matchup actually is Urena versus Logan Allen. Who do you have taking this one?
Well, with the recent news of Cabrera is out with the bicep injury for a while, few games. I'm going to take the Indians in this one. I think they're going to they're home. They're going to have the better bats in the lineup. So I'll take the Indians in this one. And plus, Tigers are on a 3-game losing streak right now. So
I feel like I get it that Cabrera is out for the Detroit Tigers, but I feel like that this matchup, the Tigers are going to bounce back. Something about this matchup, I feel like the Tigers are going to bounce back. But I think it's going to be a low scoring. I'm going to go 1-0 on this.
We'll go with the shutout. All right.
Yeah. Not a no-hitter. I feel like there's going to be a couple of times where a few of the Indian guys go on base. I think at some point through this season, I feel like I don't remember the exact stat, but the Indians led this season so far, even though they don't have a good record, lead the season so far in RBIs.
Okay.
So this is why I feel like this is going to be that low. The next matchup for this is the Marlins versus the Mets. Curtis versus Stroman is the pitching matchup. The season is tied at 1-1. But I'm gonna go first on this one. I'm gonna go first because I really did not like the Indians. I didn't really like that matchup. That first that game where the Mets won. I didn't like that because of how it ended. It did not look like it was hit by pitch.
Oh, yeah.
I'm actually, even though I think this should be a 3-0 series for the Miami Marlins.
Oh, my team.
It's really 2-1. So for that reason, I'm taking the Marlins.
Okay. No, definitely that other game. That was a hard one to decide with the hit batter, not hit batter. Um, but I'm gonna take the Mets in there. I think the bats are gonna come alive today. Start hitting some long balls. We're gonna see a pretty decent game. Stroman, he's a pretty strong pitcher. So with him and DeGrom, the Mets, got a nice 1-2 combo there. So
All right, next one is the Yankees versus the Rays. The Yankees are having a slow start to the season. They only have, I think their record right now. I'm gonna have to go double check this, but they only have 2 wins. I
three
think
and five.
3-5, 3-5.
Yep, they're on a 3-game losing streak going into this
They're,
game.
I think that they're going to bounce back. I'm taking the Yankees in this one over the Rays.
Yeah, as much as I hate picking the Yankees, I would be surprised if they go in a 4-game losing streak this early. So I'm going to go with you on that and take the Yankees. And it looks like Adore gets his first action as a Yankee today too. So
Okay, for that reason, I'm going with the Rays. I'm just kidding.
yeah.
All right, so the next matchup for this is the Royals versus the White Sox. Now, keep in mind, yesterday's matchup between these two teams, the Royals and the White Sox, was postponed. I don't remember why, but it was postponed. For that reason, the White Sox lead this matchup 1-0. I think they're going to take it. I think the White Sox are going to take it. I know people are considering the Royals to be more of an underdog this year. A lot of people are saying to watch out for the Royals. I don't. Even though they have a 2-1 series 2-1 lead over us, something tells me that I don't think that Royals are. I don't think the Royals are going to be as great as people think they are.
Yeah, they're going to have a slow start. I mean, they're young. So, but yeah, I don't know what people are thinking or seeing. Maybe they'll make us look like fools later on, but I got the White Sox in this one. They're going to bounce back. Well, I guess there was no game yesterday, so they can't bounce back. But but they're 4-4, so they'll keep it going. They got a nice young hitter in Mercedes. The guy is just huge. He's batting 556 to start off the season. Couple home runs. He started off 8 in his first 8 at bats. So Mercedes is gonna take him to the promised land for this game.
Okay. So the next matchup is the Mariners versus the Twins. Since the Twins are the ones playing in this game, Brandon, why don't you go first on this?
Well, the Twins are getting robbed with that stupid 10-run extra inning runner. That's how they lost their 3 games so far. So as long as they stay away from the extra inning games, they're doing fine. We got Shoemaker going against Flexen.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with the home team. I'm going to go with the Twins. I think the bats are going to come alive. Buxton and Cruz, I wouldn't mind seeing going back-to-back home runs today. So, yeah, we'll go with Shoemaker and the Twins.
For me, I don't think this is going to be a high-scoring game. I don't. But I will say this though. I think it will be higher scoring than the shutout I predicted earlier.
Okay.
I'm going with the Twins on this one. I'll go 4-2. Is my prediction.
Okay.
The next game is the Milwaukee Brewers versus the St. Louis Cardinals. The series is tied at 1-1. I'll go first on this one. the Brewers, they won. I think they won yesterday 9-5. I feel like the Cardinals are going to bounce back from yesterday's loss. I'll have to double check to see if they actually lost yesterday, but they lose. I'm gonna go with the Cardinals on this one. I'll go 8-3.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to take the Cardinals. The Brewers are another team that a lot of people are saying is going to have a good year. I don't see it offhand. Not saying that it's going to not turn into that way, but the Cardinals are loaded with a lot of veterans that they like. So I will take the Cardinals in this one.
All right. So the next matchup is the Padres versus the Rangers. So the pitching matchup is Morhan versus Fulton Newix. Padres lead the season 2-1. I feel like since Tatis is having his injury, and we're having Morhan as the Padres pitcher for this matchup, I think that the Rangers are going to take this one.
Okay.
So I think the Rangers are going to win this one 9-5.
Ooh. Okay. Well, a little high scoring up there, but I gotta go with the Padres. I think there's just too much pitching power. It's gonna be close. Yeah, Tatis is out. Hopefully he comes back soon and is healthy. I know he was a lot of pick for MVP this year, or in the running, I should say. So, yeah, I'll go with the Padres. They're riding the high right now. So
I'm just finishing writing this out, and the Padres, for Brandon. So the next matchup, I'll go. This is my second favorite team, Rockies. So I'll go next on this one as well. Giants lead the season 2-0. Herman Marquez versus Descalan.
exactly.
I really don't know how to pronounce that guy's name.
Exactly.
Colorado Rockies. When this guy pitched, Herman Marquez, it was opening day for the Colorado Rockies, and they won that game 8-5 against the Dodgers. However, that being said, the Giants have been on a roll lately. I know it's against us, but I'm going to take the Giants on this.
Yeah. I think if it was in Colorado, I'd probably take the Colorado Rockies, but being it's in San Fran and the moves that Colorado made in the offseason, I know a lot of people don't have high hopes for the Rockies. I'm going to also take the Giants in this one.
Okay, so Giants for both of us. So just finishing writing this down. Okay.
What happened while I was gone?
So the next matchup for today would be the Reds versus the Diamondbacks. DeLeon versus Weaver is today's matchup, and the season is tied at 1-1. The Reds. So the Reds have been on a roll. They've lost 2 games. Diamondbacks, they did lose 1 game to the Diamondbacks, though. The other game was that opening day against the Cardinals. For that being said, I am taking the Diamondbacks in a loss.
All right. So you're going with the Reds.
Yeah.
Yeah, Reds are hot right now. You got to stick with the hot teams. I could probably see a low score where Arizona might beat them, but I'm going to take the Reds. I'm going to take the Reds.
I think this is going to be a high-scoring game for both teams.
Yeah. I mean, the Reds got some firepower. They got, a couple guys up there in home runs already. So, yeah, we'll take the Reds. I think they're going to stay hot going into the game.
So we have the Nationals versus the Dodgers. This is going to be a great pitching matchup. Clint Kershaw versus Max Scherzer.
Yeah, it is.
The Dodgers lead the season 2-0. Something is telling me to go with the Nationals in this one. I know that they've only won one game, and that was against their opening day against the Atlanta Braves. But something is telling me to go with the Nationals. So I'm gonna go Nationals. I'll go 3-1. I think the Dodgers are gonna score once.
Yeah. Nationals or Dodgers are another team is hard to pick against. Especially with the team that's 1-4. But I do like the pitching matchup is really nice for Washington. Man. And it's hard to pick against Kershaw. Kershaw is a bulldog, but he's inconsistent. You know what? I'll go with the Nationals.
Okay. So finishing writing this down. Right. All right. So the next matchup is the Phillies versus the Braves. Now I wanted to talk a little bit towards Atlanta because Atlanta has lost their first 4 games of the season, but they won the next 4, so they're at a 500 record right now. But I think that 500 record is, I think their 4-game winning streak is going to come towards an end.
Okay.
I feel like the Phillies, I don't know how to explain it, but something is telling me not to trust Miley in this. I don't feel like I think it's gonna be a high scoring game as well. I'll go 14-3.
Ooh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like I've said over and over so far today, gotta stick with the hot bats. Like you said, the Braves started off 0-4, which shocked pretty much everybody. And now they're on a 4-game winning streak. So I don't see that coming to the end today. Sorry, Philly fans. Gotta go with the Braves.
Sorry, Braves fans. For me.
Yeah, exactly. You got the high scoring game there. So, all right.
Brandon versus so I thought this was going to end a lot later than it actually did, but we actually covered all the matchups today.
Yep.
I wanted to touch a little bit back, going to the Padres versus Rangers. The game 1.
The history game.
The history game. Yes, it was. The Padres won that game 3-0.
Yep.
The first shutout. The first shutout and the first no-hitter for the Padres, and not only that, Washington might not be the first shutout, but first no-hitter for the Padres. Not only that, was this the first game in Padres history. Well, actually, they're the last. What I'm trying to say is that they're the last team to get their first shutout.
First no-hitter, yes.
First no-hitter, excuse me, not shutout.
Yeah, 50-some years in the making, I think it was. And finally, the San Diego Padres got the no-hitter. I know they've been close a few times over the last few years, so I can't think of the pitcher's name right now. Musgrave.
Musgrave. Yeah, Musgrave.
Yeah. He's a San Diego native, so it was probably a very special moment for him to throw a no-hitter for the team he grew up watching, get to take the mound, make some history. So with that being said, with them throwing the last no-hitter or getting the last no-hitter for a major league team, the current drought now is the Cleveland Indians.
Yeah.
They haven't thrown a no-hitter since May 15th, 1981. So now the clock is on them to see when they can throw their next no-hitter.
I actually didn't know. I thought, I'm not gonna lie to you. I thought it was either going to be either Yu Darvish or Blake Snell.
Oh yeah, everybody said that, that's who they thought would have thrown the no-hitter, so you're not the only one that's,
And Yu Darvish for one reason. Because I thought it was going to be against his former team, either the Chicago Cubs or the Rangers.
Yeah, you always wanted to stick it to your old team, so that would have been a nice way to stick it, so. But speaking of Cleveland, if they throw a no-hitter, I wouldn't be surprised if it's against the Twins. Twins seem to always come up in that end of the balls, short end of the stick on those types of games. So, So anyways,
let's go on to the next topic, and that is your competition.
Yeah. So what we're gonna do here is kind of like a fantasy style, but we're gonna pick one batter from the American League, one batter from the National League. We're gonna pick a pitcher from each league. Simple scoring, nothing outrageous. We're gonna do hit, a point for each hit, a point for a RBI, a point for a run, 2 for a home run, and then we're gonna give them a negative point for a strikeout and an out they make. Walks, we're gonna do a free pass on. For pitchers, it's gonna be an inning pitch is a point. A strikeout for a point, and then we're going to do negative points for each earned run they give up and each walk that they get. So, like I said, something simple. If the fans want to join in, great. We'll tally it up. It's just going to be for the Sunday games. The one rule that we're making is that once you pick a player, you can't use them again. So, if you want to use all your studs right away, go ahead, but you might want to spread it out. So, Nate, luxury to get your first pick in.
Well, I'm actually going to, even though I'm picking a stud today.
Oh, yeah. Pick them all you want.
I'm not going to go use them all the way and spread I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. I do have one question, though.
What's up?
Let's say I say Clayton Kershaw is my pitcher.
Okay.
Can you use Clayton Kershaw next week?
Nope.
Not me.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I can. But once you use Kershaw, you're done.
Okay.
So.
For me, even though I have them losing, I am going to go with Clayton Kershaw as my pitcher.
Okay, you're taking Kershaw first in the National League. I'm going to go with let's see. I'll go with Stroman.
Okay.
As my pitcher for the Mets. Who you got leading the hit parade there, Nate?
Let's see, for hitting in the National League. Yeah, that's hard. That is hard.
Let's see.
You might have to go back to me on that.
Okay, we'll get you. I'm going to go with Mr. Freeman from the Braves. And if your player does not play, I mean, sorry, but
okay.
So I'll go with Freeman on the
batter that I want to use, but it's not from the National League.
Oh yeah, go ahead, pick
American League. I'm
you can pick whoever.
The Angels batter, Mike Trout.
Okay. So let's see. So I'm gonna go with Buxton today. I think Buxton's gonna have a big game. So I'll go with Mr. Buxton for the Twins as my American League hitter. So you have a American League pitcher and a National League hitter left.
I'll go American League pitcher.
All right.
American League pitcher. Let me look at it. As my American League pitcher, I'm going to go with Jordan Montgomery for the New York Yankees.
Ooh, okay. Oh, let's see here. Who do I want? Let's see.
Okay.
You know what? I'll go with Lopez from Baltimore.
Okay. Ooh. So is that your pitcher?
Yeah, yep, that's my pitcher. So I'm done. So you need to pick a hitter, I believe, still. For the National League.
National League hitter. Whew. I'll go with Mookie Betts for the Dodgers.
All right. That's a good pick.
All right. So we have ended a lot earlier than I thought we were going to end. But,
Yep.
That being said, this is do you have any final thoughts? Anything else you want to include? Hot takes?
God, it's early in the season. There's a lot we could talk about. I think the Braves are going to stay on a hot roll right now. Their game back of the Phillies, I think they will be in first place by the time we talk again next week. So here's my hot take for you Braves fans.
I'm going to go on a hot take and a homer take, but not a baseball take. I'm actually going to go with the NBA.
Oh, okay.
My ceiling prediction. Notice how I said ceiling prediction before I say anything. This is a ceiling prediction. For the Denver Nuggets finishing out the rest of the season, I think that the Denver, at the very least, will lose 3 games. I could see them winning the remaining of their games minus 3 of them.
Oh, okay.
I see them losing to Utah.
Yep.
I see them losing to the Clippers.
Okay.
And I see them losing to the Brooklyn Nets.
Okay, but you'd like to see them win those games since they'll be facing them in the playoffs. So
true. Notice how I didn't. Notice how I said I don't. I see them beating the Lakers because we do play a game against the Lakers.
Wow.
As for the Suns, we don't play a game against the Suns anymore.
Yeah. Lakers right now, I think we can take probably a high school team and probably beat the Lakers. They're so
well, the Nets couldn't beat the Lakers, so
yeah. So
okay.
Well, with that being said, shows tonight. I think Nate, we got a couple shows after us tonight, or
yes, we have a few actually.
Okay.
We have the Hardball Life.
All right. Another baseball show.
We have not Wrestle Shoot, but
it could be Wrestle Shoot. I mean, the way these guys are going, but between the ropes.
Between the ropes, yeah.
They'll be breaking down, and I will be joining them tonight. So we'll be breaking down WrestleMania.
We do have a third show today.
Okay.
That's because it was rescheduled.
Oh, what show we got there?
What the Puck.
Oh, we're going to do some hockey today. Okay.
Yeah. It was rescheduled. Originally it was on Fridays, but that got rescheduled because Greg has some bowling stuff. So
Oh, bowling over hockey. Okay, I get it.
yeah, bowling on Fridays.
Yeah. So is that going to be a weekly thing now, or is that just this week? Do we
Until
know?
he's done with this bowling league, probably.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. So hockey, and then between the ropes, we'll be talking WrestleMania, the 2 nights. And then Tuesday, please join us again on Mine and Nate's show. We got a couple great topics coming up. So a little rant. I'll say right now, I'm going to be ranting in a good way, though. So.
All right. So
all right, take us out there, Nate.
This has been Nate the Great and Brandon Herrera signing out for now.
All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. 365, we making the plays. You talking the game, get you through the days. Great eye in the court, the dime in the lane. Variety, topics never the same. All presentation, sports information. Hitting the airways, taking the nation. All sport, all plays, like working your faces. Grace at the field, so tie the laces. All sports, all plays. Network. All sports, all plays. Network. We on top of our game. All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays.